because I feel like schools, they don't want teachers to really deviate too far from what they have set in stone as far as structure in the curriculum. And I feel like teachers who kind of go there, take that into their own route, they kind of get questionable because they don't want teachers to really. I won't say I don't want. They don't want teachers to be very versatile with students. They want them to see them as just one thing. You're going to learn it this way, and that's it. And it's not really a different way that you can make them really get educated based off those little basic ideas as far as addition. How can you make addition fun for students? Teachers want you to just teach them the regular way and not let them use that and make that into a dance or something like that, or something that students can remember as they're sitting there listening. So yeah, I feel like they do. I feel like a lot of that stuff in that set in stone is based off of data and research. But it's like the kids I teach in my school, that's not them. They don't represent that data or research about how long your attention span can go in a classroom that early in the morning. So if if you're not being creative with the information that you're giving them, they're not going to be able to remember it, and that's just how that works.
Okay. So like teaching in an urban setting.
Okay.
Do you feel as if um, arts integration could possibly increase the student the student test scores on like standardized tests, or like do you think that art integration lessons impact their grades? Like, do you feel like as an entire district, like working in a district, and I'm pretty sure you have friends at other schools or whatever. Do you feel that if they did, however, incorporate these arts, do you think that it would impact their standardized tests or their grades and the performance in class in general?
Yes, and I think as you're asking me that question, I'm thinking about how the dynamics of education, how it's set up, how urban schools are being taught a certain separate thing than what other schools are, more privileged schools with that more adequate resources, what those schools are receiving in their curriculums, and how they're being exposed to all these different types of expression and form and art and all of that stuff,
Right.
which is building.
Sorry, but can you go back to that?
Yeah. So
privilege, like,
privilege, yes,
yes, privilege. Come on,
yes.
privilege.
So yeah, I feel like, so like I said, certain schools in certain districts, they receive more funding, or the school is a different type of schooling, charter versus a public school, or a private school versus a charter school. So obviously they're being, a lot of their money is either tuition based or coming from that community, which is economically probably more better, which is why they have more, which makes sense. And also just because giving them that, they're able to expand their minds a little more, and that helps them tackle those standardized tests that they're giving, because that's what those tests are ultimately trying to do, is push the way you think about stuff. That's what those standardized tests are testing students on. And I feel like with my students, we don't really have the highest scores on those tests based off how I'm teaching them and how they're regurgitating that information back to me. So in terms of their homework, their classwork, and what they're producing on these tests, I feel like a lot of that comes from the lack of creativity in the classroom. Like, I have posters and stuff around the room where I watch videos and make them do certain exercises, but I don't feel like that's helping enough. So there's always much more that could be done to produce better test scores and participation in the class.
Okay. I actually got the privilege to watch a TED Talk. And it was about this guy who really, the TED Talk was about creativity in school, and does school kill creativity. He basically hit on some points about, like, you have these famous people. You think about these people who've like created so many fantastic artwork, or like scripts for like plays and stuff. And if like he mentioned Shakespeare. He's mentioned Shakespeare, and he said you don't really think of Shakespeare as the student. You think of him as the teacher. But he's actually been a student before. So imagine if that teacher would have never nurtured his creativity, and that's what's kind of happening in today's society.